Well, I wasn't expecting 100 subscribers this quickly, if I'm totally honest with you. It took me by surprise, and I've had to rack my one brain cell, and the best thought I could come up with, what should I do for my 100 subscriber? Face reveal. Good original idea. So, my name's Ant, aka Shrimpful Stuff. I've got a bit of an obsession with fish tanks. Right, well, I guess we should start with the main tank. This is the 152 gallon, which has all rescue fish in it. These guys, I believe, are Borneo tetras. That's what I was told anyway when I was picking them up. If I'm totally honest, I can't remember. It's been a fair while ago. There's a lovely looking crebensis there, if she'll get into frame. Yeah, with the terrible, terrible algae. I love algae personally because it keeps water very, very clean, and I'm lazy. There is a female blue panda epistogramma, and I know these guys aren't usually housed together, but it is a big old tank, and we haven't had any aggression issues. There's a black skirt tetra there and some Corydoras. And in the background we've got the coolie loaches and a big old male pleco just munching and doing his thing. And my favourite little guy in this tank, of course, is Mr. Shrimp. He's a bamboo shrimp. The interesting thing about these guys is they sit there and filter feed until the crebensis interrupts you. But no, he's completely chill with the crebensis going past, but he'll sit there for hours and hours just munching away. Unfortunately, he mostly gets duckweed, so I guess he's a vegetarian shrimp. And up next, which I have to say are probably my favourite fish out of everyone, sorry guys, are the ropefish, because they have, quite frankly, the most adorable little faces. Hello there. Oh, okay, no, you're not interested in talking? Okay, fair enough. You're just gonna go and run away from me then. These guys are awesome. I've had a couple of people ask me to do a dedicated video on the care of these guys, and hopefully I'm going to get around and get some footage of that sorted soon. This isn't the ideal tank for them, unfortunately, at the moment. We've only lived in this house for a year, so we're slowly getting the fish room sorted. We already sorted it once and things didn't work out very well, but that's a story for another time. Look at that cute little face. Right, up next is the assorted cichlids. Ooh, that's very bright. I'll see if I can bring that down a bit. There we go. Now these guys are rescue fish as well. I believe most of them are Malawi peacocks. We've got some sort of oddball ones in there. Maybe possibly a Lake Victoria in there somewhere. I know one of them is a blood parrot. But if you guys can help IDing any of these, that would be very handy. Because, yeah. Unfortunately, when they were given to me and they were rather small and in a bucket. And they've changed quite a lot, especially these guys. They are rather pretty. And in this tank we have the male and female crebensis. You can see the female there with a big pink belly. And just coming out the other side is the big old male. There's a big old grumpy face. But gorgeous colours, and yeah, I'm hoping to be expecting babies soon. And in this tank we've got the Chili Rasbora. You probably see why they're called Chili Rasbora, because they are very, very, very red and vibrant. I believe that one pale one might possibly be a female. It's never really gained any colour, or it could just be sort of quite a uncoloured one. Either way, he's very special in himself. And down at the bottom we've got a blanket of Java moss and the occasional shrimp here and there, and you can just see that lovely red colour just pop out of that. That was a bit of a flip there for us. Oh yeah, there we go, you can see a shrimp just chilling on the back. That'll be a common theme in many of my tanks. And up next is the betta, the grumpy one themselves, who came to us looking very, very poorly. Is now living inside this tank and has coloured up absolutely beautifully. I couldn't believe the transformation of this fish. It looks a completely different fish than where it was. And this tank, and I'm doing a top shot because for some reason the camera refuses to focus from the bottom because glare is a nightmare. We have some guppy fry in here, which I'm going to desperately try not to drop my phone in and attempt to do the action shot of the year and try and zoom in on a guppy. Hey, would you look at that? I managed to actually get one. But these guys we weren't expecting, so this tank was thrown up very, very quickly, and it'll be interesting to see what they turn out like. Next up is a bunch of extension cords and a crayfish, which is in here somewhere. I believe it's a she. She's hiding under there at the moment. You probably can just make out the side of her there. And she's not too happy at the moment. She's decided to molt, which, I will be honest, terrified me when I came downstairs. I thought I had a dead crayfish, but no, it decided to shed its exoskeleton. So hopefully she'll be back out and sociable soon. And this is Dio. He is unfortunately in the same boat as the crayfish. He's just molted, so he's not too chuffed to see people at the moment. But he is a very social crab usually, and hopefully he'll be able to say hello to people soon. Come on man, be social. Just got 100 subscribers. And here is the big man himself. Probably the fish with the most character that we have. But also at the same time, probably the most expensive, just due to the fact he probably eats about 3 times his weight in food. So yeah, he's a little bit of a monster, and well and truly a predator. Look at that little face. Only a face a mother could love, eh? And here we get to my personal favourite, the shrimp. We've got some what was sold to me as well, apparently black tigers, but as you can see there's a mixture of all sorts of colours in here. We've got blues, we've got reds, we've got all sorts of things going on in here, and all sorts of babies. So it'll be interesting to see where this tank goes. And moving on from that, we've then got the yellow Neocardina, which always looks stunning against some moss, and also the substrate as well. I highly recommend these guys. It's especially if you have black substrate, they pop like anything, especially if you sort of get them in the right lighting. And then moving on to probably one of the most expensive shrimp we own is the green jades, which are nice and pregnant at the moment, as you can see, which I'm very excited to see what babies they spawn. And a regular visitor, the pink ram's horn snails, which as you can see we're gonna have lots. So moving on down, we then have the blue Neocardina, which I would say are probably my favourite amongst the green jades, but to be totally honest, I like them all equally. And then going to the old traditional red cherries. We've got sort of different tanks set up of these. We've got 2 colonies set up, I think, of all of them. I've lost count, if I'm totally honest with you, because we've had a big change around of the fishermen recently. So that's these guys. And we've got another one of them down there as well. We've got some more red cherries in there. And down here is a very little guy. Is called a Crebensis baby, wherever he is, and I don't actually see him. There it is, hiding away. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to come out and see us today. It's thinking about it, but somehow I don't think it's going. Oh, we might be lucky. You never know. No, I don't think he's going to come out. He's going to sit in the shade, so we can't unfortunately admire its beautiful colours, but it definitely takes after its parents. tank, we've probably got some of my favourites, which are the Crystal Blacks. Unfortunately, we had a bit of issues with these guys over the summer, and we lost a few. We got a bit too toasty in here, and they really did not appreciate it. So we've unfortunately only got about 5 left, I think. There's a little crystal red back there as well. And in the tank next to it, we've got some raccoon tigers, which seem to be faring a bit better. We have a pregnant female in here somewhere, but unfortunately she's refusing to show herself. We've definitely had a few babies, so I've got my fingers crossed for these guys. And finally, we are to the Newt tank, which are my partner's favourite. As you could probably see why, they have very cute little faces. My partner and I like to call them water puppies because they very much act like them. Ooh, yes, I am talking about you. But as you can see, they are very cute. And they're not full size yet, but they are yet to get to water hippo status. Well, that's pretty much it. Welcome to my obsession, and hopefully something that you'll enjoy watching. If you guys got any suggestions of what you want to see next, if there's anything that sort of caught your eye, or whether there's something you want to know more about, let me know and I'll try my best to make a video. Once again, all I can say is thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope I don't let you guys down in the future. So I'll hopefully see you next time.